everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a very exciting effect, and this effect requires Photoshop, so make sure you go get Photoshop for this effect or Pixelmator Pro, but today we're going to be using Photoshop. And you can, if you don't want to pay for Photoshop, you can use the free trial on Photoshop and just cancel the membership after you use this effect. But let's go ahead and get on into the effect. Okay, so we have our clip right here of Money Man. And what we're gonna do here is we want to add a freeze frame. So we want to add a freeze frame right before the next clip. Okay, so here's the clip and we want to go one frame back, so we're gonna add an M to place a marker right here. And after we place that marker right there, we want to add a freeze frame. So we're gonna go Option F to add a freeze frame, and right there it just created a freeze frame for us. Now after we add our freeze frame, let's play this through. See, it's stuck like that. After we add our freeze frame, we want to now save this freeze frame as a current frame, or you can just take a screenshot of it, but today I'm going to save it as a current frame. So what we're going to do here is go to this export button right here, and we're going to save as current frame. And if you don't see save as current frame right here, you can just go to add destination and click this right here, save current frame. But we're gonna save this current frame, and we're gonna do Money Man animation, or anything you want to call it, and we're gonna save it as a PNG. So you go to settings right here and export right here, and it's gonna be a PNG file. So after that, we can hit next, and I save mine to my desktop because it's easier to find. So just go ahead and click save. After that, we are going to open up Photoshop, and as we open up Photoshop, we want to make sure that the dimensions in Photoshop are 1920 by 1080. So we're gonna go to the image tab, and we're gonna go to canvas size, and just make sure that these are the dimensions of the canvas size in Photoshop. After we do that, we are just going to grab our photo that we just exported, the Money Man animation, and we can just drag that in the timeline right here, or you can do File, Open, and just click on that Money Man animation. Either way, it'll work either way. Okay, so now here's where the effect really starts. So we are going to add a paintbrush to this. So in Photoshop, we're gonna go to paintbrush right here, the brush tool, and right here it gives you different types of brush tools. You have the wet media brushes, you have the dry media brushes, you have all sorts of brushes. You can choose whichever one you want, but today I'm gonna go to the dry media brushes photo, and I'm gonna do the Kyle Ultimate Charcoal Pencil. And after you choose your brush size, we are gonna export this frame by frame as we animate. And if you're confused about that, I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So let's get started with that. We are going to choose our color that we want. So I'm gonna go with a red, and I'm just gonna animate. I'm gonna draw around his body. So as I draw. So I'm just gonna draw up to his shoulder, and then I'm gonna go to File, and then I'm going to go to Export, and I'm gonna go to Quick Export as PNG. And this is gonna be Moneyman Animation 1. And just make sure you keep track of the number of frames that you export, because that's going to be very important in the end. So save that, and then you're going to continue to draw. I'm going to go up to probably like the tip of his head right there, and then File, Export, Quick Export as PNG, and this is going to be Moneyman Animation 2. And we're just going to go frame by frame. Okay, I think you guys get the point, so I'm going to fast forward this, and you're just going to keep numbering the animations until you've completed that. And then for the last effect, I'm going to change the color to white, because I'm going to just draw a line through his eyes. I'm going to make it thicker, around 100. And then export that last one. Okay, now once we're done with that, we are going to go back to Final Cut Pro. And we're going to go to the end of the clip, and we are going to press Command I. And that's going to bring this up. And just go to wherever you saved the photo files. And I've saved mine to my desktop, so I'll go to the desktop. And all of the files are right here, as you can see. So you want to click on the first one, and then you want to click on the last one, but you want to press shift while you're clicking on the last one. So it'll highlight all of those, and now we will just import selected. And now in our clip sections, we have all of these clips. So I'm gonna click on this clip and the last clip, and I'm gonna hold shift to select all of them. And then we are going to drag this at the end. Now here's the fun part. We are going to highlight everyone except for the last one. So we're gonna highlight 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're gonna press Control D, and we're gonna set it to 2. That's gonna set the duration of the clips. So Control D sets the duration of the clips. And you're gonna press Enter. And we wanna put this last clip as a longer duration. So we're gonna do Control D, and then we're gonna set that to 7. All right, now that we have that, let's just see how this looks. Looks pretty cool so far. All right, now we are going to highlight all of these clips, and we are going to press Option G, and that's gonna give us a compound clip, and we can just name it Moneyman clip. And after that, we are going to replace this clip with the clip that we added the freeze frame to. So this original freeze frame right here, we're going to replace that. So you can just put it in front and delete it. And let's just play it back and see what this looks like. pretty cool. Okay, so now this is kind of a plain footage, so we want to make this look even better. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to add a keyframe to this. So we're gonna go to transform right here and add keyframes right here. And we're gonna move it further along right here. And we're just gonna scale this up just a bit. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, that looks pretty good. But since you guys stuck with me this whole time, I'm going to give you another dimension to add to this effect. So what we're gonna do here is you can go on YouTube and type in 3D blood splatter or something of that nature, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna download that as an MP4, and when we do that, we can just drag that into the timeline. So it's gonna kind of look like this. And drag that over the clip, and I'm gonna retime it. So we're gonna go about ×4. I'm gonna go to the effects tab right here, and I'm going to go to keying, and I'm gonna add a keyer to that green screen clip. And I'm gonna scale this down, and I'm gonna crop this as well. So we're gonna crop the bottom of it, and I'm gonna scale it down a bit. And we're gonna go to the transform so we can move this around. I'm gonna rotate it like this. And I'm just gonna adjust a little bit of the color. So now when we play it back, we'll have something like this. And that is a really cool effect right there. And even one more thing that we can do is we can go down here. Actually, let's go to all and let's type in earthquake. And we're gonna add that to the beginning of this. So we're gonna add keyframes. We're gonna add keyframes, and then we're gonna bring our playhead just, I wanna say 2 frames, and boost it up to about 34, and then turn it all the way down. And now let's see how this looks now. Looks really good. And that is the drawing animation for today. In the original video, they used probably another program like After Effects, but this is how it works in Final Cut Pro, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. If this video helped you out in any way, hit the like button, and please consider subscribing because we will be dropping a lot of content soon, and you want to be the first to look at that. So hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys soon. Thank you.